What is up, my little Dados? Vepsisi, your coach of the Helsinki Dragons, and we are here for the PPL Season 2 Week 6 battle when I go up against Addison and her broken draft that you can see above my face cam. I'll try to do it now a little bit differently. You basically see my opponent's draft above me, and I don't have to go through the Terra Captain of choices what they have. So I'll try to make a little bit more brief in that regard and just jump in straight into the team that I'm bringing. The last time that I got to play Addison was in the Champions of Galar Season 2 in the finals, which was the last game of Generation 8 for both of us. It was in the most competitive Wi-Fi league that was put in place in Generation 8, and our dream was to make in finals and play each other there, and we managed to make it happen. And unfortunately, the finals was very scuffed, as most of our draft league games tend to be recently, and we hope today it's not gonna be like one of those games. That game, in case you don't know what happened, basically we had a disconnection and recreations that did not go well, and at the time we got frustrated and we decided to say that, you know what, this result doesn't feel right. For one of us have to lose this game and one declare to be winner. So she said that fuck it, I'm the commissioner of this league and we are both winners in this final. So that's the backstory when we got to play last time. Hopefully this time it will be a lot cleaner. So let's jump into the team that is gonna be starting out with the Keyberry Roto-Wasp. Why am I bringing such a set when she has a Serena, which is one of her best Pokemon this season, and her Terra Captain, besides her broken 3 of a Samacinta Crown, Greninja, and the Axis Speed, all those broken things that I have to worry about this week. God damn it, that is why we let you have these things. But anyways, this idea with Roto-Wasp as a lead is to deal with a stealth rocking lead like a Swampert or Tinkaton, and barring Tinkaton having Encore, I can take advantage of them turn 1 and 2 and put myself in a position that I hope she has to swap into Serena on this after either Tinkaton or ideally that I think is gonna be the Stealth Rocker versus me being Swampert has gone for like a flip turn and procs my Keyberry. In case you don't know, it gives me +1 defense after taking a physical hit. And even if she would go for a knockoff, I still gain the Keyberry bonus. So at least that's what the internet said to me, and internet has never been wrong, right? So we are just gonna bank on that, because I did only one mock for this. And I didn't get in a situation that I actually tested the knockoff, which I probably should have, but anyways, it's too late for that. We just trust that it's gonna work, and the idea is that once I'm +4 special attack and I get +1 defense, which can happen actually if I go for 2 nasty plots and she does like stealth rocking Swampert turn 1, flip turning into turn 2, and ideally turn 3 once I'm +4 special attack and +1 defense, I see a Serena in front of me. And then ideally she is not max speed Jolly for no good reason versus my roster, or she's not Choice Scarf ideally, and I kill it with stored power. That's what I'm hoping to happen turn 3, if things go as I have planned to in my head when I made this team on this Sunday, when I had the time to build this team. And if I manage to do that, I'm in such a good position potentially, because only thing she has gotten at that point out of the battle thus far is getting up Stealth Rocks, but my second Pokemon that I plan to send out once Roto-Wasp has gone down is going to be Iron Threads. Unless something is in front of me that just declares that I cannot bring it out. Now let's talk about the Iron Threads. It's gonna be a weakness policy set with a rapid spin on it. This set particularly is designed to deal with a Swampert to the point that I can at least leave any one hit unless it's a boosting item on it. I can leave max attack Adamant Earthquake, I can leave a max special attack Modest Surf or Earth Power, post a base power move. I can leave those after Stealth Rock Chip, and then I can proceed to go for a +2 Adamant Earthquake. It's not max attack, but we still have good amount of attack on this guy. To the point that Iron Threads should ideally make to the point that I win the Hazard War, because Serena is ideally already dealt with, so she cannot remove hazards, and Iron Threads will prevent that Swampert will never have the Stealth Rocks up versus me, and ideally it's gonna be very weakened to the point that it's easy for me to revenge kill it with my other Pokemon that outpaces it naturally, and then she has to sack it and proceed from there. And now I have the option later on, if I find the turns, to get up my own hazards, and I don't have any ideally on my side. Unless she brings spikes on Greninja, the Axis Speed afterwards, then so be it, but at least early game wise I should have things in a way that I would like to, if the plan goes as I would like to. Then I'll talk about one of the boring Pokemon that I have to bring. Like, in a way, part of me worries that I'm not bringing Alola Mach versus Deoxys Speed, but I couldn't make a fun Alola Mach set, and Samacenta Crown just comes in so freely on it, and there's basically nothing I can do about it unless I make a double each time. So that's why I'm gonna be like, you know what? Because we want to have a fun game, I'm gonna try to build a offensive team on my own instead of having Addison's help to do it for with me, or for me in some cases, because sometimes this season it's been really bad for me to think it myself. But it's a good test this week to do that. The only defensive mon this week for me is going to be my Terra Colossal with Terra Water to have at least some sort of a decent check to Samacenta Crown, because that's one of the offensive Pokemon. Unless I catch it off guard with my Iron Valiant that you're gonna be seeing next, with a certain move to eliminate it out of the picture. My only way to deal with Samacenta is weaken it down with Rocky Helmets. If I get spikes up that I carry on Colossal, maybe snag a Flame Body, that would be lovely, or just go for a Will-O-Wisp if she happens to stay in for whatever reason. And proceed from there basically. It's just there to kind of like give me a blanket check early on for Samacenta until I'm ready to deal with it with my more offensive guys that can hit it hard enough to the point that when it can be killed. Or I happen to catch it off guard with my Iron Valiant. My Iron Valiant is here to actually be a failsafe to certain offensive monsters that she possesses, like let's say a Dragon Dancing +1 Dragonite, before it can, like ideally it cannot go +2, because then it will outpace me and kill me. At +1 I should be a blanket check to it, because I will gain +1 speed through the booster energy, of course, because I have a higher stat on my speed than special attack. And then I have Aura Sphere, Moonblast, I have Encore, so I can lock her to a certain move that cannot deal with my Iron Valiant right from the get-go if I needed to. And then I also have Destiny Bond. Destiny Bond is there to eliminate certain things out of the way, let's say like a Tinkaton or the Samacenta, Deoxys Speed, I guess Greninja, but Greninja should be able to kill it before that anyway, so it's just there kind of like be a failsafe to certain things. Use Encore and Destiny Bond in key moments, and then it can open up the door for my Scarfree Bombay, which is going to be my win condition this week, even though it holds sticky webs on it, because I was like, you know what, why not? Just put it at 4th move, maybe there's a chance to get them up if I really need to versus her, especially if Sarina is gone. And then we have just Dabs, and we have U-Turn, and we have Choice Scarf, and we can outpace even a Battle Bond Greninja because we are faster than it naturally. And we should live Water Shuriken from Life of Greninja if it's 3 hits after Stealth Rocks. And ideally, of course, the Stealth Rocks won't be up, so I don't have to worry about that kind of scenario. But it's there to outpace the Greninja. I will outpace the Deoxys Speed, and after a little bit of chip or spikes included, I can kill them. Or Deoxys Speed particularly with a Bug Buzz. Greninja should always die to one of these moves unless it's Protein. And if it's Protein, it's not gonna be Battle Bond on that case for me to worry about. So Rebound is gonna be the winning condition. The joke behind this set is also between me and Addison that I always seem to surprise her with a bad Choice Scarf in the matchup. But it always happens to work one way or another versus her, because she just doesn't expect it from me, even though she should be by now. And this time around I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna try to keep that going, and hopefully the Choice Covery Bumpy can catch her off guard. And then the final mon of the team is going to be kind of like the Alola Mach in a way, but it's less passive, and it can actually 1v1 at full health or just after Stealth Rocks. It can deal with either Greninja with a close combat or first impression. I can first impression or outrace the Deoxys Speed. I can counter Tinkaton and kill it after it goes for play rough versus me if I'm at high enough health, unless it's like +2 or like boosting item. I can take one hit from Samacenta from high health, and I can kill it with a counter if it hits me. So this thing is kind of like their mold to be able to beat anything from her high tier end, and then we outpace Dragonite and we kill it through multi-scale thanks to Mold Breaker with outrage, unless it's like fully physically defensive or it's holding a Hapayan Berry to do it. But basically the outrage should be doing a fuckload to it regardless because of our Mold Breakers. So Haxor is kind of there to be similar to Iron Valiant, 1v1ing some of the high tier Pokemon that I know she's gonna bring, regardless this being like a fun game between us, but I know it's not gonna be a meme game still. So I need these two guys to eliminate some of the offensive threats, especially the steel types. I would love the steel types to be dead, so my buzzing Ribombee can go for bug passes and Moonblast and clean out the game for me. That's basically the team. Pretty offensive team. Hopefully I don't have to regret not bringing Alola Mark and Deoxys Speed won't just like 5-4 maybe with Psycho Boost, killing me every single time. I really hope that won't happen. But I do worry about it quite a bit going into this battle. But hopefully she will be kind enough not to mold through me like that, and we can have a fun, close game. And clearly, for my behalf, we only have one defensive guy. Everything else is offensive, and we try to do our best to try to win this team. Let's go and see how it's gonna be turning out. Alright, here we are with the battle versus Addison, who I would argue probably right now in Generation 9, considering who are playing in Wi-Fi scene, I would consider, maybe bias-wise, because she's a close friend of mine, probably the best team builder for sure. And it comes along with the fact as well being one of the best players in PPL. So besides Montai, who I had to play week 3, I knew this was gonna be one of my toughest challenges, plus the fact that Addison tends to help me in most of the weeks, and this week obviously I had to cook up a team of myself. And it's pretty offensive team with some worries that, for example, I don't have a Alola Mach to deal with a Deoxys Speed if it's offensive set. But I have a dedicated lead in my Keeper Roto Was that hopefully catches her off guard. And I can eliminate potential Serena that I would think I'm gonna see. Yeah, we see pretty much what I expected. And then stored power should take out Serena if it's like max HP and not like AV or very especially bulky. And ideally it doesn't have too much speed that I would expect. I'm expecting it to have enough speed at +1 to outpace a Ribombee on my team max speed. And it's gonna be the Serena. That's not the lead I wanted to see. Not the lead at all. So, my behalf, my only swapping to this is actually Colossal, which is not ideal. But I have to go into it regardless. But we withdraw, we are faster than Serena, unless she stays in, and then I don't know the information, but I'll go into Colossal on this, as he does go for Power Whip. Okay, we get the Rocky Helmet, do we get a Flame Body as well? No. Here, I would say I want Spikes up on this turn. Cause she would go into Swampert, which would then hopefully enable me to utilize the idea what I had with the... Would I want to Terrorize? Like, obviously she would not hit me though. Do I want to Terrorize now so I take less Stealth Rocks later? I think we just roll Spikes here. Because I do have a Rapid Spinner in Iron Threats, which ideally comes in before these Stealth Rocks would go up. So I get up Spikes. As the Mudpuddle comes in with the Wink. And yeah, I get up Spikes, which is important because that should punish the Samacenta a lot harder, which I need it for. And now I just go into my Roto Was expecting the Stealth Rocks. So we'll go into our Roto Was and Nasty Plot. Because I wanted to break, like, if it doesn't kill this arena, at least it should put it in a range that I don't have to deal with it right away. Okay, it's just Earth Powers. Which is probably fine by me, because now I get, ideally, the free turn to Nasty Plot. So I go for the Nasty Plot here. Does she flip turn or does she go for Crocs first? Crocs, okay. So now I get into the point that I was kind of trying to go before. And I'll just Nasty Plot again. Hopefully she reveals flip turn and goes into Serena after. So this has been Earth Power and Stealth Rocks. Serena is Power Whip. We do go for the Nasty Plot again. What did she go for? Flip turn. Okay. So I should get my Keyberry here. Cool. So now we are +4 special attack and +1 defense with 244 HP. Which is like 87% of health. If the Axis comes in, it would have to be a boosting item to kill me. She definitely has to take her time with this, because if she allows damage on Sama Centaur Dragonite, I will also go for it. Okay, there comes the... Okay, don't be Life Orb, Addison. Don't be Life Orb. The one option that I could also do is that if she is eject packed with this, she would eject pack into Swampert. But I don't think I'm gonna play around to that point. I think I hit what is in front of me. Psycho Boost goes off. Please live. We live. Fantastic. Don't be eject pack. Okay, it's not eject packed. Yes! The Axis is dead. Yes, yes, yes. That's so nice because I don't have Mach. I don't have Mach on my team. That's so nice that I killed that. Oh my god. Yes, Rodom. I'm so happy this worked, because this was like one of these sets that I'm like, okay, I might be cooking with this. It might be bad, but it might be pretty good too. Okay, she goes into Kren. I don't know what set you would be. I have a Southwest Haxorus that I could use here to also make sure she doesn't get the Battle Bond. Which could be crucial. How much am I taking with Haxorus if I swap it in? Actually, I wouldn't take it with Rocks Up. I might have to let this thing go. And just click these shots. Okay. She goes for the Dark Pulse, and I think it's the Battle Bond then, because it didn't show it's changing a type. Yeah. Does it show Life Orb? I don't think it shows Life Orb on it. Oh, it does show Life Orb. Okay. So, we go into Haxorus on this. We go into Haxorus on this. I'll close combat. Okay. So it didn't matter. So I know I lived this hit. And close combat definitely should take you out. Close combat definitely should take you out, and it leaves me to the point that I'm not like locked into outrage, which I kinda want, just in case. She does go for the Ice Beam. I live this with my investment, as I do. And we get up the close combat. Fantastic. Greninja is dead. Love our Southwest Haxorus in this matchup. It did. I was hoping to show off a counter for Samacenta, but I have means of getting rid of it with Destiny Bond on my Iron Valiant, which is probably right now the best way to deal with it. I also have Colossal that might have to come in on Stealth Rocks, but depending on what she goes into, I can just throw in threats in front of Swampert if I need to. Dragonite cannot reset up on me because I have Outrage on this as well. So she would have to E-speed me. And this spike is nice to have up, just to get a little bit of residual on this Swampert and Samacenta harder. The only thing I don't get out of having spikes over Stealth Rock is to reveal Dragonite's item. Okay, she just goes into this. And it's gonna get the defense boost. And unfortunately enough, I don't think I have a reason to preserve you. Because the first impression value already went away because the Axis speed and Greninja is dead. So I'll just close combat this and let her have it. Substitute. Okay. Isn't this still breaking this up? It's still breaking this up. I have plus speed Iron Valiant still. So if it somehow would end up being behind a sub, I can always anchor it. She could be Iron Defense on this. And she could click it now. But I think I always just CC. Body press, okay. So this is my chance to go into my Colossal, but how much am I taking from... I need to actually hide my webcam so I can see the HP. So it's this one. It's 305, I believe. So 305 after Stealth Rocks being up. Yeah, I think Colossal is still always to play, because I get to flamethrower this. I have still, I think, Iron Threats and Variant. Yeah, I know. Iron Threats would have not lived that hit. So I need to Terrorize. And I need to flamethrower this. That's it. If she has wild shots to go for here, she is risking a burn, and I get Rocky Helmet chip, and then from there Iron Valiant can still handle it. I just need damage on this thing. And sooner this thing is gone, the Rebomber is freeing up to just click Moonblast in late game. But I still need damage on Swampert and Serena. Iron Threat should provide at least, or force Swampert to take damage for late game. As we Terrorize. And we just click Flamethrower here. She's not preserving this by staying in, so we probably see either just Body Press coming off or Wild Shots. Yeah. We see Iron Defense coming off. But this should do enough to the point that Speed Boosting Valiant should handle it. And here... Is it any value to get up another layer spikes? Off the chance I would live this hit? I don't think I would live this hit. Because now it's +2 with that. Versus my Colossal. What health am I? 200. There's a world where I actually take this thing out. I mean, 2 Rocky Helmets should take care of it, right? So maybe Spikes is still more valuable. I think I'll get up second layer Spikes off the chance I live. Okay, I don't live that. But I do get the Rocky Helmet off. I don't think we saw Flame Body proccing one-sider, but so be it. Is this a turn where I wanna utilize my Valiant to come in and just click Aura Sphere? I think so. I don't want to reveal my Scarf Rebombi necessary. The other thing is that Dragonite in the back would spook me out a little bit. So is Scarf Rebombi necessary to win con anymore? Or do I just go into this and click Moonblast? It's one of you two, because if I go into you... Is it Rebombi? Or is it Valiant? I think it's actually Rebombi here. Mostly because it's gonna force either Dragonite to lose its multi-scale. She can attempt to... She could try to preserve it, but like spikes are up, so it would die anyway. So I show that I'm Choice Covery Bombay, but Summer Sentai is at least dead. So her healthy Mons in Swampert and Serena and fully healthy Dragonite are the issues. But I believe my Valiant lives a +2 E speed from this, but +3 could be difficult if she goes into it. No, she goes into the Sarina. So on this one, I think it's always better for me to just hit this. Yeah, I would say it's better to always just hit this. I don't think it preserving does anything to me. So getting any damage on this is better than swapping at this point. She does Terrorize. She's gonna have a triple Axor on it. Okay. But we should get some decent damage on this thing. Yeah, that did a lot. And that should take me out. I assume she is the item that guarantees 3 hits. Regardless, she got them anyway, so nothing to be too upset about there. I have a couple of options. I have option to go into Iron Threads that can heavy slam here freely. And I outpace this arena. If the Swampert comes after, I should take any one hit. So we just do that. I could check, I guess, if a Rapid Spin would kill this. I don't think it does in this range. I could also just Earthquake. That covers the Swampert, but I don't think it really matters because I don't foresee her preserving this. I'll click Earthquake. I don't think it matters. Yeah, this should kill. Because it doesn't resist it anymore. If I see a Dragonite or Swampert, I think on both of them I Rapid Spin on. No, actually I don't have to Rapid Spin on Swampert. I just hit it with Earthquakes. And I have weakness policy, so I should be able to like break through this to the point that hopefully Valiant could win. But we go for Earth Power, or Earthquake rather. We should live this. We get up a weakness policy. Now, I don't know what kind of roll this is, but if I live this, we win. Or if I kill this, I win. So hopefully we do. Because the Dragonite should take a shitload damage from this too. And her swapping doesn't really change anything. Because I have Ice Spinner for it. She goes into Dragonite. The only thing that would change is that if she's Scarf with this. That's really the only thing. But I Ice Spinner and hopefully kill through multi-scale. I don't know if it's a Rocky Helmet Swampert perhaps. But I cannot really play around that right now. Since there's like no guarantee of me knowing that that's her item. Is she Rocky Helmet on it? Is she really Rocky Helmet, or is she trying to get into Cast Tap? What's going on? If this is Cast Tap, I would be so annoyed. If it's Cast Tap, is there a way for my Iron Valiant to live a hit from this Swampert? If it's Earth Power... Because there's a world where I preserve this if I live AE speed. Valiant should live this. But then Dragonite regardless... Nah. Dragonite would regardless Dragon Dance on me, I guess is the issue. So I guess we just go for it again. Yeah. Man, I could have rapid spin there. On the prior turn, I guess, but I didn't, like, the only way I could have done that is that I go into my Valiant here on that turn, but I still am in a position that Dragonite could have just Dragon Danced. It all comes down to, does she have a fly move, like an accurate fly move to deal with me. It's gonna be 1-0 regardless, so in that way I guess I'm happy with it, but yeah. A little annoyed, I guess, that I didn't play around the idea that it would have been a Costa Berry, knowing her. But here I just go for Moonblast. Hopefully she misses her flying move, that's really my only hope. Wing attack. And then E-Speed takes me out, that's pretty funny. Okay, well, good game to Addison, we had a clean game, it's a 1-0 loss. And I don't know how I should feel about it, like in a 1-0 it's, I guess, okay versus Montai Addison that were the toughest opponents this week, but I know also that she didn't really put that much effort into her building this week, so I don't know if this is kind of like, oh, you made it a 1-0 and she didn't do like any mocks to this and whatnot, and I only had a 1 mock myself, but I thought I cooked up a team that was pretty good for this matchup, but it's still not good enough, man. But we are... What are we? We are 3-3 now. So playoff race wise it's looking nice, but I don't know, my mindset is kind of, I'm still disappointed that I didn't win this because I thought I was in a good position to do so. And I know once I jump into cards, he's gonna be laughing at the propaganda of the Costa Berry, and I don't know if I wanna hear that, but alas. Thank you for watching. Make to check out my opponent Addison. She's a great friend of mine and a fantastic player herself and a team builder. And until next week, when I go up against Lars, I believe, aka El Scissor, thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you guys later.